Good evening. We're going to try something a little different on the stream today. And joining me today is my real life brother, Q Caller One.
Hi.
And today we are looking at a Disney game, well, sort of. Back when I was in college many years ago, Disney ran Disney ran a promotional game called Virtual Magic Kingdom. The game started in 2005. Actually, I think they opened Christmas 2004, technically, but that doesn't really count because it's only a week. So they opened generally in 2005, and then it was supposed to be a game. They said that they were only running it for like a year for the Disneyland celebration that was going on at the time. But because it became so popular, they ended up running it for 3 years and shut it down in spring 2008. So not 3 whole years. Yeah, about 3.25 years. So it was unlike other online games. It had a very short run, but it also had a very dedicated fan base. And when I was in college, man, I was hooked. There has not been an online game that I have loved so much before or since. And for a long time, I was sad because it was gone. But basically, what it was a cartoon world inspired by the Disneyland slash Magic Kingdom style parks. So you could go around to the different lands. Adventureland, Fantasy, Tomorrowland. I think Frontierland was in there, and Each land had a mini game you could play for coins, and the mini games, the Pirates of the Caribbean mini game, I remember fondly. I also really enjoyed the Haunted Mansion mini game. There was a Castle Fireworks, and they had a Jungle Cruise game that they introduced later. I forget what the Tomorrowland game was, but there were mini games you could play for coins, and then you could use the coins to go to the various shops. And there were three main categories of things you could buy: clothing items, so you could change your outfits. Um, and changing outfits was a big deal in the game because character creation was otherwise very limited. All the characters had the same basic face. In terms of character creation itself, you could only change your skin color and your hairstyle. But there was an endless assortment of clothes for you to choose from and buy. So the clothing and the costumes is where people really got a chance to create a unique character identity. There was also pin collecting in the game. It was right around the time that pin collecting was becoming very popular in the parks. So there were general pins that are always available to buy, including pins representing the various NPCs. The NPCs were characters you could visit once a day for a few coins, and each of them there was a core pin. There were pins representing different places, and each month there would be a new pin series where each week there would be a limited edition pin in the store just for that week. And over the 4 weeks of the month, you would collect 4 different pins in the set. And there was also a fifth collector pin that you could unlock, that you could win by going to staff events. And then in addition to the regular pins, there were also magic pins. I have not seen these replicated in real life, but it was a pin that gave a magic effect on your character. Some of them transformed you. Like there was one, I think, that turned you into a bat, released on Halloween. There was one that gave you a pirate outfit for a few seconds. There was one that gave you an astronaut outfit for a few seconds. There was one that put you in a little toy car. There were a lot of cool magic effect pins. And these were generally more expensive and harder to get than the regular pins. And the last thing you could buy were furniture. Because when you started the game, you were given, when each player started the game, they were given a guest room that they could decorate and furnish with the furniture that they had unlocked. And you could buy more guest rooms, and it was unlimited how many guest rooms you could own, but only the first one was free. And then there were certain rooms you could only get during certain limited promotion things. Like when Narnia came out, there was a room that came out based on Narnia. There was a baseball room that they only sold during baseball season. Uh, there were other special limited edition rooms like that. And then you would go in and put in your furniture. And there was a special furniture item called a teleporter. And if you took a teleporter in one room and you put and each teleporter was paired. If you put the matching teleporter in another room, you effectively created a doorway between those two rooms. So I actually ended up creating a series of guest rooms and linking them together in kind of a mini theme park arrangement. And I actually got screenshots of this arrangement, so I'm going to show you a little bit of that now, what my guest rooms look like. This was a little backstage room I made. I don't want to play the video. I just want to. All right, so this is a backstage room that I made. They released a Tron room for a while. You can see how I put different furniture in here. That teleporter actually goes to a secret entrance in my in the hub room, which you're about to see. And this pink door goes to one of my personal guest room, which wasn't part of the my theme park, and which I never furnished for public use. But I wanted to have a link from my personal room to my showrooms. So that's why that pink door is there. That room is not in this video. All right, so yeah, let's go to where he's waving. That tells me he's done. So you can see in the Tron room, I was in a Tron outfit. In the hub room, which is based on the space room they had, you can see that he is in his astronaut outfit. And each of these doors goes to a different room. And you can see there's actually a double door here. That's because this coffin teleporter, the coffin looked better in the room that I was going to than the pink doors did. So thematically, I set up a double door there, kind of tried to hide the thematic door behind the regular door. And you can see also it's holiday season when I took this picture, because you can see the Hanukkah menorah in the back at the edge of the room. This little turnstile gate here is how I stopped people from going into the backstage room. It blocked people from walking into that teleporter there. And this is a piece of a... Was this the monorail track? I remember there being a couple different ride vehicles you could do. In the last year of the game, they released ride track pieces, and so I built a little monorail, and you'll see that the room that goes to later as well. And you can see in the lead seat, I put a hidden Mickey. I put the two asteroids by the UFO chair. You like my hidden Mickey, Q caller?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So the next room I did, and I kind of have to step through these because these are, in order to do these screenshots and make this little music video, I took apart each room and rebuilt it to make a simulation as if I was actually showing off the building process. But all these screenshots were taken after the building, where I just took everything out and put it back on. So this is the Riverboat stage room. It was a very popular guest room stage at the time. You can see the door. You can see I've put little show posters around the room. There's a Madame Leota on the table. All of my rooms, you'll notice, contain the water cooler because, guest safety and all that. And the turnstiles to block access to the stage for people who weren't performing. I'm in my High School Musical outfit for this picture, and you can see a piano on the stage. Actually, that's technically an organ. I think there was a regular piano as well, but I remember it was easier to get the organ. So yeah, this is my stage room. I used to host a trivia game show in here once in a while. All right, this is my jungle room. And basically, this is the beach guest room. You can see I hid the door in the back because it felt out of place, but not as out of place as the other one you'll see. I didn't want to do creative stuff inside. And I used the log flume pieces to make a little bit of a river. You can see back here behind the trees a little bit of a river. And then you can see I put in some more water and decorations. These jungle boats here, they're another teleporter item, but I blocked them off. These teleporters are technically matched to each other, and I blocked them off because I wanted to put them in just for show. So these teleporters don't actually do anything, but I felt they made sense. So this is my little enchanted jungle tiki room. All right, let's move on. Here's one of my few attempts at a crossover room. I got the baseball room, and when Narnia came out, they did a promotion where you could get Narnia items. And so I built Narnia Baseball Stadium. And that teleporter, actually, these two teleporters are matched. You can see I didn't really try to block them off, though. And you can see I put in stands here. And Chernobog is not from Narnia, but I figured Narnia has a fantasy theme. And so I kind of wanted to put a kind of a fantasy theme decoration on the pitcher's mound to give it that extra oomph. Plus, Chernobog didn't really fit in any of my other rooms at the time, and I really, really wanted to show him off. I was going through a Fantasia phase around this time as well, so. And you can see water coolers again in all my rooms. The Yeti Ice Temple. The train is another teleporter, and that the other end of that teleporter is actually in one of my offstage rooms that isn't in this video. But I wanted the train for decoration. So I built this temple out of ice blocks, but I had to use creative construction because the ice blocks were a limited edition item and were next to impossible to trade for. I remember giving up the equipment for 2 rooms I was planning at the time in order to get this amount of ice blocks. And if I go back in the construction, you can see I actually, because you could not rotate the view in guest rooms, I cheated and filled the inside of the temple with these Pirates of the Caribbean treasure chests and then coated them with the ice blocks to minimize the number of ice blocks I needed. And it was a pain setting all these torches on because I had to take them off, turn it on, and put them back. And this is actually the teleport, which has the double door in the hub. You can see how this matches the design of the temple a lot more than the pink door does. And you can see my outfit for the Ice Temple is my Everest Arctic outfit. And I forgot to show you my outfit in the stadium, which is the generic baseball outfit. Moving on, my pirate party. This was one of my favorite rooms to build. You can see I've put a little lots of pirate themed stuff going on here. They had a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean items. Pirates of the Caribbean, the movies were just starting to get big when VMK was popular. I actually built this front half of a pirate ship myself. You can see secrets in the construction. I used crates and then put the cannon walls around it in order to build that. And then I decorated it. The gold door, that also goes to one of my backstage areas that isn't in this video. The pink doors, one of them goes to the hub. I forget what, I think the other one goes into my storage closet room, also not in this video. But there was a Skull Cave room that I think was a cereal promotion. And I used that as my storage room for all the furniture items I had that had not yet been placed into guest rooms. So I spent many hours sitting in my Skull Cave storage room looking at my items, figuring out, what can I build next? So yeah, those were some fun times. But yeah, this was one of my favorite rooms to design. Lots of pirate goodiness going on here. And I never got the pirate outfit costume, so I just did a Skull and Crossbones t-shirt with the duck hat. The duck hat was hard to get. It was kind of a status symbol in the game. So I appreciated that more than the regular pirate hat. Nautilus Dive Quest. This, minus the quest machine, this big great thing is a quest machine. More on that in a minute. But this was actually the first guest room I made. But I didn't really have a way to make it fun or unique. Because it was just this room inside a submarine, right? I did give it another organ, like I had in the other room. That's not the same organ as is in the theater. That's a different copy. But in the last few months of the game, they released these quest generators, and you could make your own quest and task the players with going around the game world doing different things. And I didn't really activate the quest a whole lot because you had to populate the quest machine with your own coins and items to give out as prizes. And I never, towards the end, after hearing the announcement of the game shutting down, I just didn't really care enough to make the quest available. But I had a submarine themed quest that went through Tomorrowland and Adventureland. So, and you can see my dive suit. And then the Haunted Coffin Maze. This is, you can see I'm in kind of a Frankenstein outfit with a mask. During Halloween, I added a coffin teleporter to my hub room, and it would go to this queue area in the back here. And when you walked over to this coffin, you would be booted out into one of these coffins, and you would walk along going into coffins until you came out of the exit coffin. And in the exit coffin, it exited onto a ride piece that teleported you back to the hub. This is the, you can't see the ride piece, I hit it, but that's basically how that worked. And whenever the Haunted Coffin Maze was active, I would come in here. I would come in here every couple days and move around the coffins so that if you had played it before, you wouldn't necessarily know the solution because the coffins would all be in different positions. And because this was one of my more popular rooms, I made the decision that running it during October wasn't enough. So I ran this room every 3 months. October, January, April, and July. I opened up this room. When the room wasn't open, the entry coffin was in that Tron backstage room I was showing you. And then towards the end of the game, they released this Epcot themed room. And so I created this is where that monorail track I was showing you goes. My Epcot costume is just a t-shirt. I think that was the Tinkerbell t-shirt. I'm not sure. And gold Mickey ears. Mickey ears are a classic when you go to Disney World. The turnstiles there don't really go anywhere or do anything, but I continue the theme of the water. I continue the theme of the water cooler. I don't think I ever put the match for that this jungle boat teleporter in the game world. If I did, it's in one of my backstage areas. This teacup's another teleporter. Oh yeah, I remember the teacup. This space, the jungle teleporter, the teacup teleporter, and this space themed teleporter. They all went to other themed rooms I was planning. I was planning for Epcot Conference Center to be a big 4-room affair from which this was a hub. So basically a subworld within the big world. I never completed these other 3 rooms. One was, I know for sure, one I was setting up as a dark ride room with the dark ride pieces, but I never finished that, unfortunately. And then there's chairs where guests can come and sit. And I used the waterfall pieces to make a little fountain. Yeah, this room was fun. And then, yeah, and that's the rest of it. Very simple. Windows XP era, the default Windows Movie Maker program. That's how I put this little video together with the screenshots. But enough about that. So, that was a lot of fun making those rooms. The guest rooms were my favorite part of VMK. And to this date, even though I found other games that had guest room features, I have never found a game where the guest home feature captivated me or was as interesting as the guest homes in VMK. There wasn't. I searched, I hunted, I tried many other games, never found a guest room system I liked that much. Star Wars Galaxies came close, I will admit that, and to a lesser degree, EverQuest 2 was halfway decent in terms of guest homes, but they didn't hit the same fun factor for me as VMK did. So VMK closed, leaving a lot of fans upset, and over the years there have been 3 major attempts to do a fan remake. The first attempt came out in, I think, like within a year or two. It was called Virtual Family Kingdom. Basically, this person, the creator of Virtual Family Kingdom, paranoid about the Disney copyrights, basically said, what if we have the same game, but without all the Disney references? So they made Virtual Family Kingdom. And I actually did try that one day many years ago. It played about the same as Virtual Magic Kingdom. Even the mini games were the same, with, of course, all the copyrighted references removed. But the problem with Virtual Family Kingdom, and the reason I will never go back, is because it's got a reputation for having a horrible economy. And by that, the game from its beginning was always about pay to play. The free currency bought you nothing. I could not do guess. I tried for about a week, and I found that I could not even get close to the amount of furniture I made to make a suitable homeroom for myself, let alone a whole themed guest room. It just wasn't working out in VFK. A few years later, there was another fan remake called My VMK, and for a while that one apparently started out okay and actually looked like it was going to be true to the original. But then that one developed a reputation for having a nasty community. Trolls, a frat environment. Everything I read about that game just says stay away, rude. You'll be either you'll be ignored or you're going to be the target of everybody's jokes. Not an environment for the kind of guy I am, so I've never even tried that one once I read those things about it. So there we are, the first two remakes, both of them with bad.
Which remake was that?
All right, VFK had a reputation for having a horrible pay-to-play economy. My VMK had a reputation for having a very rude, unfriendly community. But a couple years ago, a third fan remake started to appear, and that was called Netcot, which we are looking at today. And you can see in the O, you see in the O of their icon, that's actually the VMK Castle logo in there. With the VMK removed, of course, but that's actually the shape of the VMK Castle logo right there inside Netcot's O. And from what I read, this one tries to stay true to the original game, even though it's not as complete as My VMK. It tries to stay true to the original game and has a more welcoming, smaller community. So I decided a while ago I want to try Netcot, so that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to click where it says register. And it looks like they only need an email and a password. I'm going to black my screen for a moment because I may be entering sensitive information right here. So I'm blanking my screen for a moment. And Q, you might still be able to see my screen because you're watching me on Discord, but you kind of know my information, so that's not a big deal. So Twitch, though, is blacked out for me entering the registration information. Password. And incidentally, I may be going to the real Disney parks this summer. Oh, crap. Okay. Your account has been created. Please verify your email. Okay, which means I actually have to go into my email box to complete this registration. I'm so glad I blacked out the screen now. You would too, right, Glenn? On a registration screen? All right, in my email box, waiting for the confirmation. Okay, they're called Netcot, but the email message says, "Welcome to VMK." They're really going for the branding, it looks like. Activate the account. The account has been activated. And now I'm going to go back. And I'm going to try and sign in and see what happens. All right. I think I can safely turn the screen back on. As you can see, the screen has changed. Hello, guest. My account and profile. I'm blacking out for one more minute. I want to fill out my account. I want to check out my account and profile pages. Link to Discord. I will do that later. Profile preferences. All right, I am not sure what those are. All right, I'm gonna unblank. I'm gonna unblank. I'm gonna click. Oh, that's cool. Look, you see the castle. It's day, but you mouse over it, it becomes night, and the fireworks fly. Let's enter, and it pops up a new window. Looks like I'm gonna have to change my browser input in a minute. Let me just make sure that there's no more sensitive information entry on this next page. And I can tell from the iconography, this looks like exactly what I remember in VMK. It says, there's a banner at the bottom, introducing the newest attraction at Walt Disney World, Expedition Everest. This game, VMK, actually did a thing when the real Expedition Everest opened. They're reusing the old banners. That's outdated news. Expedition Everest is now a 15-year-old ride, and it's actually closed for refurbishment this year. Welcome to VMK. Here's how to get started. All right, I need to switch my screen to the pop-up window. Give me a minute. Let's make that bigger. Glenn, do you still see the Netcot login screen, or do you see my green character creation screen on the Discord?
Hang on. I see the hello guest.
Okay, in that case, I have to switch over on the Discord as well. Bear with me one moment, because you need to see what I see.
Oh, did it open a different tab?
It opened a different window. If it opened a different tab, you would be in that tab already.
Oh, true.
Before the next time I stream this, I'm going to see about trying to force it to open in a tab. Do you see it now?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to VMK. First, create your character. Uncle Evie. You know what the suggested random names are? Socialized Shy Nail, Blue Sharp Nutmeg, Orange Solemn Cat, Tiny Handsome Clover, or Picky Silky Gus. And you can randomize Elegant Calm Taffy, Proud Ginger Rabbit, Sparkly Fit Coconut, Zealous Small Pizza, and Kind Adorable Theory. A lot of those would make good names for rock bands. It says, I will enter the game with a temporary name. I will get my own name in a couple days after it's been approved. Just like the real VMK. Hair tone. So it looks like I'm fixed into one default hairstyle. And they do give you a few nice color selections. Do I want to go straight, or do I want to make a cartoony color? I like that light brown look. Let's go sky blue for his hair. Skin color. Oh, you could do pony colors in this. Let's match, let's do something yellowish, I think. How's that look for skin color and hair color? All right.
Okay.
You can get a free hat to start. That's nice of them. I definitely want to take advantage of a free hat. So green ears. But let me turn that off for a minute, because you can change the hairstyle. You can even give girl hairstyles to the boys. You couldn't do that in the original VMK. That was my hairstyle in the original VMK. I might keep that. But yeah, it's looking like you can definitely give girl styles to the boys. There's Snow White hair, Peter Pan hair, Mickey hair. That's Alice, right? That Alice hair, Glenn?
Yep.
Or is that Wendy? I think that's Alice.
It's Alice.
All right, is that Captain Jack hair? It's got the eyeshadow too.
Maybe.
So yeah, lots of hairstyles, and it looks like the hair is all gender neutral. Let's go with my classic original VMK hairstyle. Face. So you can change the face. There's more face options than in the original, but the face wasn't really modifiable in the original. Alright, that's good enough. Shirts. Shirt selections. There's a creepy looking Mickey shirt. There's a shirt for girls. Oh, so you don't set... there isn't a gender swap thing here. All characters are both genders, which are determined based on what clothing you choose. That's interesting. You know, I kind of like that boys' tee with Tinkerbell on it. Is that a preg fold I see, or just baggy one in that one? I could see trolls using this top to pretend to be pregnant. Couldn't you, Glenn? There was
a hoodie, right?
Yeah, there were a couple shirts like that. What?
It's supposed to be a hoodie, right?
I think so. There were a couple shirts like that in the original VMK too. Shirts that had their fabric wrinkle lines in a misfortunate place that made the person look pregnant. How about this red t-shirt? That looks gender neutral, and Tinkerbell is such a good character. You like this?
Yeah.
All right, pants. Baggy jeans, shorts, long shorts. Doesn't look like there's a lot of pants selections, but we'll find something. They all seem to be variants on... Well, of course they'd all be variants on slacks and long shorts. I'm trying to find something that goes well with the t-shirt. Not that matching really matters, you know? Baggy. I like the baggy look. Shoes. There's some variants on sandals. If this is anything like the original VMK, we'll see some of these clothing options purchasable later as well. Green flip-flops to match the hat. What do you think of this character's appearance?
Okay.
All right. Choose my style of guest room. When you enter the game, you'll get to keep the clothing you choose now. We'll also get a starter pack. So we have the choice of Tiki Room, Mad Hatter's Tea Party, Maleficent's Evil Fortress, Splash Mountain Bayou. Okay, so these 4 rooms are all classic original VMK rooms. Which would you choose if you were making the character?
Between what?
Between these 4.
Hang on.
Do you need me to show them again?
Yeah.
The Tiki Room, which I actually had. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, which I had but wasn't in the video. This was one of my private rooms. Maleficent's Evil Fortress, which was my Haunted Coffin Maze room. And the Splash Mountain Bayou, which I never owned this room, but it was a VMK original.
Go with that one.
This one? Yep. You sure?
Yes.
All right. My in-game name cannot include spaces besides a period, underscore, or dash. Well, that's okay because Uncle Eevee can be used with an underscore. You have chosen Uncle Eevee as your name and Splash Mountain Bayou as my guest room. Am I sure? Yes. And I don't think I'll be playing Netcot enough to build another mini theme park, because then I'll have to get addicted and invest hours and hours again. And I don't really feel like doing that when I have so many other cool games to play as well. Plus, we're going into May Celebration, which means Morrowind and Star Wars content for a month. And we won't be able to play it all on stream during then. So a VMK staff member will help me at any time if I click the help button. There are words that are blanked from the dictionary that you can't use. Staff members wearing the orange Mickey pin will be able to help, and community leaders wearing the sorcerer hat pin might be able to answer my questions. VMK, the original VMK rule agreement. This is a direct screen-for-screen remake, it looks like. So yeah. And as you know, I'm paranoid about music on my stream, so I'm turning off music. But we'll leave the sound effects up. And I think during the one music minigame, it plays the music anyway. So let's see if I remember how to do this. VMK Music Unleashed. What's this? It goes to a YouTube page. WML 95 presents Music Unleashed. Okay, so it looks like this is a background music loop that's meant to be played with VMK. But again, we're on stream right now, so I'm not running that. I don't want to be copyright strike. So you walk around by clicking on the screen. Got that bit. I'm not wearing any magic pins. And it looks like they've got the upgraded pin trading screen. In the original VMK, you could only wear... You could collect as many pins as you wanted, but you can only wear 8 at a time. But in the last couple months, they changed that to a limit of 15. And it looks like in this version, they went with a 15 limit. And as you can see, we've got characters, signature. I am Uncle Evie, here to recreate some memories from a different time. Too long. Here to recreate some memories. That's good enough. Oh, I no longer own one of the clothing items. Does it say I tried to switch something? No, it looks like I still got everything. Alright, so, okay, so clearly there's a bug in the, Link Discord. That's a thing that didn't appear in the original VMK. Discord wasn't a thing yet. Oh, they made it so you can actually sit in the benches. The benches in this room in the original VMK, they never scripted them. You could sit in the chairs in the guest rooms, but you could never sit on these benches. Alright, I wonder what this exit goes to. The VMK monorail? Entering Town Square. Okay, it seems like these are not actual music clips. These music clips are not actual in-game music, but rather sound clips that play when you enter a room. Emotes. I don't remember emotes in VMK, but I remember they were a thing. Cute little Mickey icons to represent them, though. Shop. So, rooms that are available to pop by. Mad Hatter, Maleficent, Splash Mountain, Tiki. You can get a Tomorrowland room. An empty Dark Ride room. A Boot Hill shooting gallery. I never owned this room, but I was thinking about buying one to build a Frontierland shooting gallery kind of exhibit. The Briar Patch, never owned that one. The Nautilus room, I showed you that. So there's a few rooms available you can buy. Furnishings. Each shop's catalog page gives me an exclusive selection of items. Please visit the shops and check the offers. Same for pins and clothing. It looks like I can buy from here. I'm not going to buy anything right now, but yes. It looks like this greatly increases the clothing selection. 38 pages of tops and 8 pages of bottoms. And there's even 3 pages of shoes. Posters. That we have to go to the different shops for that. Can we go into the Emporium? Entering Emporium. Looks like this is a shop, so if I enter the shop, here's NPC Esmeralda the Fortune Teller for having found Esmeralda the Fortune Teller. Come visit every day for more rewards. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Welcome to VMK. The in-game you requested is currently under review. Staff will approve or deny as soon as possible. So right now, if I went to my profile, I'd have a generic guest name, it looks like. I see Thursday as a special day for you. Search rooms around glass to see if I speak the truth. 40 credits for visiting her. And now, if I go back to the shop, I should see the things in here. And there's some nice little furniture items in here. The beginnings of making rooms. And you can buy collector pins, which I'm not doing yet. There's a Walt Disney pin. I'm seriously thinking. VMK is still in beta, apparently. Alright, good to know. There's some nice pins in this room. And here's a Netcot pin based on a combination of the VMK and Epcot logos. Classic Epcot logo. Alright, so there's a couple posters, it looks like. California Adventure and Hong Kong Disneyland. And here's some special items. Ah, sheet. Skyway couch. Interesting. You can get Mr. Toad's car. Alright, we've discovered the first shop. Let's go back and keep exploring. I'm going to go ahead and put on.
Very Epcot mid-2000s, Evan.
Yeah.
That music.
Yeah, but the scene itself is more inspired by Main Street, but the music is definitely Epcot inspired. So this is where you can.
But the style of the music is very Epcot mid-2000s.
So this chair icon is your inventory. This is your mail inventory. Eggplant, you want to join and add me as a friend? Oh, look! Now, if we go back to the shop, we visited the Emporium, so we can visit the Emporium's stuff directly from the shop icon here. We don't actually have to walk back to the shop. Isn't that a cool feature? Isn't that a cool, convenient feature, Glenn?
What?
The fact that now that I've visited the Emporium once, the Emporium is now loaded into my shop tab, and I can pull it up from right here without having to go back.
Nice.
Alright, Penny Arcade. I don't remember that being a thing in VMK. I'm trying to see everything this game has to offer tonight, so we're entering the Penny Arcade. Now, what do we do here? This was not in VMK. I don't remember this from VMK. It doesn't look like any of these machines are actually playable, though. I can't click on any of them. Yeah. It looks like if I stand next to the machine, it plays an animation that I'm trying to play it. But it doesn't look like you can actually do anything at these machines. Alright. Pretty room, but nothing to do here for now. I wonder why we haven't encountered anyone yet. I'm just going to say hello and see what happens. There's nobody in the room, though. VMK Central. And actually, when VMK was active, at the actual Main Street, there was a hub you could go to on Main Street to get cards for items in VMK. The cards had codes you could enter in VMK for items. Brett just texted us. We can check it out later. You can sit in these chairs, too. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Mickey Quest. Clicking the stage pops open a YouTube window. Clicking the stage takes you to the Netcot Center's official YouTube channel. They only have 7 videos up, and their last post was 3 months ago. Something to keep in mind for the future, but doesn't look like anything they're actively working on right now. Alright. I don't see anywhere to click on this Dead Men Tell No Tales thing. It doesn't look like this room has any further utility other than being for decoration. I kind of expect that, but let's... Central Plaza. The Magic Shop. Main Street Magic Shop. Okay. We forgot to do something, by the way. But if this is a magic shop, then where is the shop items? What's this area that says game rooms? Magic Shop Checkers. I remember this was a game that was added late in the original VMK. I don't think I played it much because it was added so late. I don't know how to trigger a game, though. Alright, help. Where's the exit? I forgot Main Street was so big in this game. Remember when I told you I thought this was going to be an hour to rediscover? Well, I was wildly wrong with that prediction. But you're good for a little bit longer, right? We forgot to see something.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think, if I remember correctly, we've seen most of Main Street so far. Street Party Music Game. Is this a thing that I want to... I remember this. I remember playing this game, but I don't remember how to play. I need to create a mix. Let's go into the music game building. So you can make a 16-bar loop, basically. Good enough. We don't want to waste any more time here. We're going to call this Dumb Learning Loop. I really don't think this is a mini game I'm going to spend a lot of time in moving forward. We have received 500 credits for mixing a song. Remix each day to keep earning. So I can really rack up credits if I come back and do one song a day. Return to Street Party. Alright, good enough. Let's move on. You get the idea. Come on, get off the stage. How do I get off the stage? There's a person with 8 copies of the same pin. I received credits for performing my song. I can perform every 15 minutes to earn credits? Okay, good to know. And now I'm going to dance a little bit. And now I'm going to proceed with my tour. I forgot how fun the music game was, and the fact that I can play it every 15 minutes for credits makes me feel better about earning credits. But there's still like... Wow, my stream's been running 56 minutes, and we've barely looked at Tomorrowland, Adventureland. I recall there being Fantasyland somewhere as well. Let's go down this... Let's go this way. Castle Forecourt. Fantasyland. What happens if I walk towards the castle? Oh, they got the classic partner statue. Photo op. Did you get your screenshots? Good, we're moving on. Castle Gardens. We're going to do Fantasyland, and then we're going to look at Adventureland and Tomorrowland. It doesn't look like they've implemented Frontierland unless you access it through one of the other lands. They did say that this remake is in beta. Alright, the castle's got a clear exit there. Let's go into the castle. So it goes into a place called the gallery. Wow, is this a haunted castle? Interesting. Let's see what's up these spooky stairs. Castle Fireworks Lobby. Oh, fun! I have to try this. I have to try this mini game again, if you don't mind. This was a fun one. Okay. Castle Fireworks. I don't know why there's 3 different stages though. The 2 of them are blocked off. Please pardon our pixie dust while we enhance this area for your future enjoyment. So it looks like you cannot do that. It looks like Castle Fireworks isn't a thing yet. But I am still going to try every tower. Nope, that's unfortunate and makes me sad. You can't go that way either. Man, is there anything that actually works in this area? Oh, you can't go out the sides either. Let's just go back downstairs. They're still showing the Happy Holidays banner. They're about 4 months late on that, aren't they? Alright, what's in this room? It's a shame about the Castle Fireworks. I remember that minigame being very fun. Everyone's sleeping. And there's creepy music playing in the background. Splash Mountain. Since when is Splash Mountain directly behind the castle?
Yeah, it should be.
Well, remember, Glenn, this is a cartoon remake.
I
Nothing is
know. It
exactly...
should be northwest of the castle.
Alright, how do I get off the ride?
Frontierland is between Adventureland and Fantasyland.
We're not ready to go to we weren't done in Fantasyland yet. If I click this map icon, oh, we can do some quick jumping around. You know what? There was one more thing I wanted to see over here, but let's go ahead and look at Fantasyland while we're here, and then we'll do the quick jump around the map to look at the other zones. How's that sound? Mainly, I want to see all the NPCs because they give you daily credits. You can enter the dragon's mouth, and if I remember correctly, in the original VMK, there was a dragon. There was a dragon NPC down here in the dungeon. Yeah, and that's Chernobog's theme music from Fantasia. Here's NPC Maleficent the Dragon for having found the dragon. Come visit every day for more rewards. I received, yeah, I saw that message. Are you cold, guest? Here, let me heat you up. Here are some credits. I got my daily credits from the dragon. And let's indicate that with... Oh, right, inventory. Alright, so now we have discovered 2 NPCs. What's in this end of the dungeon? Spell room. I have no idea what the purpose of this room is. I'll have to do some rediscovery later. There's no exit appearing on this door. Let's go to the world map and boom, right over to Fantasyland. Okay. How about we just use this to navigate around, Glenn? And that way with the map, we can see all the available rooms. We look at Castle Fireworks, we look at Gallery, Gardens, Banquet Hall, Spell Room, Dungeon. Fantasyland Courtyard. Alright. We're just going to use the quick way around the map now. There's a person. There's a ride. But there's an entrance fee. We're not going to go on it right now. And that one appears to be... Oh, that's the entrance, it looks like. I can't go in that one. Storybook Land? Okay, it doesn't look like there's... You can go into there, and you can go into there. In the interest of time, we're not going to waste time walking around. We're just going to go to the different things on the map. Okay? So, Snow White Hide-and-Seek Forest. Oh. Either this is new, or they introduced it late in VMK, and I don't remember it. I have no idea what the purpose of this room is. Matterhorn. Here's NPC the Yeti for having found the Yeti. We got another NPC pin. Do I look good in this coat? Here are credits. He's a lot nicer of a Yeti than the one in Expedition Everest, that's for sure. Let's wear our new NPC pin proudly, because, hey, I'm new here and I don't have much else. Alright. Fantasyland in the sky. Yeah, it's much quicker getting around this way. Wow, you can walk on clouds in here. I'm getting strong Rainbow Dash vibes. Okay, that's how you get to the Matterhorn. One of these days, I'm actually going to learn my way around, but hey. It's a Small World Imports, which I assume is the shop for this region. If I go into the shop window, I now have access to It's a Small World. And they have a lot of pieces for the dark rides. Pins. Okay, there's some nice pins down here. Ah, they've got some nice stuff in here. So it looks like you can, once you go to a store, you can access most of that store's goods from the shop window, but you actually have to be in the store to get to the specials. That's an interesting distinction there that I'll have to remember. All right, Matt. Let's go to New Orleans Square next. There's only 4 locations. The VMK Gallery. The VMK Pavilion on Main Street in Disney World in Magic Kingdom was it looked a bit like this room, so that's bringing back memories as well. Yeah, that's all right. Let's go to Blue Bayou. This looks like a cool restaurant room for hanging out. New Orleans Square. Okay, so there's actually no shops in this zone. And Haunted Mansion Lobby. This was a fun game. The question is, does it work in this version? Haunting soon. So the answer is no. This minigame has not been implemented yet. Oh, I can't wait for this game to be reinstated. Ah, we're going to the stretching room. This wasn't on the map page. Oh, you know what? This was a room that was in the game itself. That's what we're looking at. So because the game's not implemented, it's letting you tour the Haunted Mansion. That was the stretching room. This is the ballroom. If I recall, there were 4 different rooms that you could play in the game. So it's nice being able to tour the Haunted Mansion, even though you can't play the game yet. Here's the attic. We're gonna go back to that first room because I think there might be another. I'm not seeing anything else this way through the mansion. But I recall there being a couple other rooms. Oh, walking out the door puts us back. Let's go back to the lobby. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything the other way in the house, you know? The fact that the mini games that I remember that we've seen so far haven't been re-implemented yet, that's going to haunt me, no pun intended. Alright, so it looks like only 3 of the rooms are tourable. That's okay. We gotta move on. Alright, we've done New Orleans Square, Main Street, and Fantasyland. Do we want to do Adventureland, Frontierland, or Tomorrowland next?
Up to you.
Let's do Adventureland. Tiki Island. Man, this is bringing back so many memories, Juan. Forbidden Temple. Wow. This is going to be the room where I hang out all the time, Glenn. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I am getting Dagoth Ur vibes. The elephant bathing pool. Alright, that's pretty. I like the exotic music playing out there. The Explorer's Tent. Here's a banner ad for Galaxy's Edge, which I may finally get to see this summer. Alright. So you know what these are? The elephant room in this room? These are parts of the Jungle Cruise ride game that from the original VMK. Let's go over to Discovery Island, which it's a shame because Discovery Island, they never really did much with Disney, the actual Discovery Island. Collect treasure to try spells. That refers to a cereal promotion that took place in the original VMK, where you could actually collect Kellogg's cereal, and the back of the box would have a little bit of a code that you could enter into VMK to get a limited use magic pin. Those were the days. But that promotion is long gone, so I don't know why they didn't take out that reference. Confusing our fans, maybe. Pirate Treehouse. Okay. There's an NPC, Captain Blackheart. We got our next NPC pin. Wear the badge proudly. Alright. Lost Safari Party. Alright, this is another part of the Jungle Cruise. Let's look at the Jungle Cruise lobby. Skipping your boat through a remote forest. Be quick with the camera to get the perfect shot, but keep an eye on the gas. The cruise is over. It looks like a mini game that actually works. But it's not letting me do the next page of the instructions. I want to do mouse. And it looks like they're trying to implement touchscreen support for this version. That may be why so many of the minigames are broken right now. But it's loading this minigame. We got to play the Jungle Cruise game, Glenn.
Roll up, the world-famous Jungle Cruise leaves momentarily.
Okay, that's a slow boat. Hey, artificial longevity of this flying playthrough, isn't it, Glenn? And we still have two more. We still have 2 more rooms in this zone before we look at the last 2 zones. I just took a shot of the boat. I don't think we get points for that. Wow, I was late on that one. Maybe I wasn't late. Did I register those? I can make the boat go faster, but I think that comes at the cost of fuel.
Now don't get carried away. You can hardly steer this thing.
I'm gonna crash the boat just to speed up our playthrough. Okay? I know bedtime is a concern for you.
Now don't get carried
And
away.
if the Pirates of the Caribbean game is working, you know I'm gonna want to play that one.
That was a close shave.
Entering the dock. Thank you for cruising. Here's 44 credits. So it looks like you get credits based on how well you do in the game. Makes sense. Let's go to Shrunken Ned's shop. And if I recall, Shrunken Ned. NPC Shrunken Ned. We found the NPC. Shrunken Ned is a shrunken head. Alright. Back to the map. Adventureland Bazaar, which I assume is the shop for Adventureland. No, it's the hub, so let's go back to Shrunken Ned's. This would probably be the shop then. If we go to the shop, Shrunken Ned's shop. And you know what? We're going to get myself a little piano. Just so I have something to put in my guest room. Black, green, purple, or red. Black, green, purple, or red for my piano bench, Glenn.
What?
Black, green, purple, or red for my piano bench. I'm getting my first furniture.
Your choice.
Alright. Pins. He's got a few pins. Posters. He's got some nice posters. And he's got a few special items. Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean. Ooh. We're going to do Frontierland after this and then finish out with Tomorrowland. Sound good?
Whatever.
It's taking a long time to load the lobby. Plundering soon. Oh, I was getting excited how long it was taking. I thought maybe there was an actual game here. This was one of the more fun games in VMK. The pirate game. The Pirate's Treasure Room. That's nice. Alright. I'm going to rush things along a little bit. Frontierland. Splash Mountain. We actually saw the Splash Mountain room already by accident, right? Yeah. How do you actually get on the ride, though, is a good question. Tom Sawyer's Island. Okay, nothing to do there. Big Thunder Mountain. That's a nice room. Sorry I'm rushing around a lot right now. I'm getting tired myself. Here's the Frontierland dock. I like this room. This will be another hangout room for me, I think. Mark Twain. The Mark Twain Steamboat. Oh, there's a skeleton sitting by the podium. And it looks like you can sit on him. Oh, if you sit on the skeleton, an image of your character appears behind him. That's cool. You see that? Hey Q, you should make a call. You should make a character and join me next time I play.
Maybe.
Frontierland Hub. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, we have 5 pins already. If I remember, there were only 5 NPCs, but I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm forgetting a couple. Alright, Golden Horseshoe Mercantile Shop. So Frontierland has a lot less to do than the other lands, it looks like. Because we didn't even see a game lobby. Broken or otherwise. We didn't see a game lobby here. So it looks like there's less to do here. But while we're here, in the shop room... All right, there's some nice posters here too. $1,000 credit. I don't have enough for that. But you know I'm going to get one of those bear rugs for my room. No bears were harmed in the making of this game. It's all pixels. All right, Tomorrowland it is. All right, Tomorrowland Hub. If I recall correctly, there were some games around here. That looks like a big version of the Quest machine that I showed in the Nautilus room. But it's a pixie dust area right now. Looks like we have teleporters into the spaceport. Captain's Quest quarters. All right, so this is the public version of the Nautilus. The Space Mountain Quest deck. Interesting. The Inner Space Shrinking Machine. Wasn't that a real-life attraction for a while that went defunct like 30 years ago?
The what?
The Inner Space ride?
Yeah, it was called Adventure Through Inner Space.
Interesting. Autopia Quest Track.
That's Tomorrowland Speedway.
Well, it became the Tomorrowland Speedway. Since there's...
Actually, it was never called Autopia in Florida.
Alright, well, because there's no cars here, I'm gonna walk around the racetrack instead. You would do the same, right? Just kidding. That's a waste of time, isn't it? Autopia Space Race. Why am I walking on the racetrack again? Nautilus Grotto. All these are different areas you could enter in order to do... In the original VMK, when you activated that big Tomorrowland Quest machine, you could come to these different areas and do things that were goals for the massive Tomorrowland Quest they had. And I remember if you walked through this gate into the undersea area, it would automatically give you a diver suit while the quest was active. Was it automatic or did you need the magic pin for that? I don't remember.
I don't know. I didn't play.
Autopia Off-Road on Mars. Here's another racetrack. Alright, I'm not even going to do the racetrack run. And then the Shipwreck Graveyard. So where's the Tomorrowland shop? I recall Tomorrowland having a shop. I need to use a deep-sea diving pin in order to access the area. So where is the Tomorrowland shop? So yeah, I'm gonna say they're on the right track, but seeing all those broken mini games is kind of a disappointment. And I'm not seeing a shop for Tomorrowland. And I remember the original Tomorrowland did have a shop. Unless quest, there was a dive quest. There was a quest here. Would the shop be in the hub itself? I'm going to go to the forum and look that up for a future thing. Alright, so it looks like there's just 5 NPCs. And before we wrap it up, let's go back to Main Street. And play my song again because it said I can play for credits every 15 minutes, and it's been more than 15 minutes since we've been here. I don't think we'll get copyright strike for this because this is a music mini game, and we mixed this ourselves, even though everything was pre-sampled. I'm not sure. I may have to mute the game when doing this mini game. I'll have to look at Twitch rules more closely. Oh, it's 250 credits every time? I can see myself just sitting here, stalking this room, and hitting that every 15 minutes. That's 1,000 credits an hour if you stay religious to the clock. Wow. And I just realized I forgot to process the video for yesterday's stream. So this one's going to be a day backed up on upload, which means the really cool stream tomorrow is going to be really backed up on upload. And now we're going to do one more thing. Oh, I missed a room. I missed a room. I missed the sci-fi dine-in. Still don't have any Tomorrowland items in the shop, but looks like they're getting ready to show Shang-Chi. Not really. You know they're not going to show the movie on this little tiny screen. But hey, that's nice. And for some reason, it won't let you sit in the chairs. It didn't take my signature. Let me try that again. Let me try. My name is Uncle Evie. Period. It reverted to I'm new. I don't know if that's broken or if I'm using banned words. No way to know for sure. Alright, so the thing I need to know is guest rooms. Own rooms. Splash Mountain Bayou. Enter room. And I'm going to come over here to furniture. And I'm going to take my piano. There. Now my room isn't empty. But if I click on it, it gives me the options. I just want to sit on it. It looks like other players can sit on it, but if I click on it, I'm just going to get the management options. Interesting. So the options are rotate, move, or take away, which puts it back in inventory. Okay, let's go back to the shop real quick and get a poster for the room. It's taking a long time to load the posters. Hong Kong 2005. Maybe. You know what? I don't have enough credits? Crap, that's expensive. Okay, okay. Looks like it'll be a long time before I think about building a mini theme park again. We'll just get this Hong Kong poster then. Alright, that looks nice, right above the piano. You like that? There you go. That's the beginnings of my guest room. You like what I got? You like what I got so far?
Mm-hmm.
Should I go buy a chair for my guest to sit? No, we can do that next session. This is a good place to figure out where we're going to raid. But I should at least face the audience. And we're going to dance out, even though there's no music right now, while I figure out who we're raiding. Oh, a lot of people signed on. We're still going with Heavenly tonight, Glenn. I think you'll like her.
What?
We're still going with Heavenly tonight. I think you'll like her. We're getting ready to raid out to Heavenly. You have anything you want to say to the people before I initiate the raid?
Nope.
Alright, we're raiding Heavenly. I think you'll enjoy her. She's a very talented musician. And we are... Have a good night. Q, you stay on the Discord because I need you... You didn't actually go into Twitch, did you?
No.
Do you want to sign in real quick so you can count towards the raid?
No.
Alright. Stay on the Discord anyway, because I want to do a short wrap-up conversation with you after I switch this over, okay? Alright, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy Heavenly, and I will see you guys soon. I'm planning a special stream for tomorrow, so have a good night. Short wrap-up. Enjoy Heavenly.
She talks to the mountains, oh, and listens to me. And I've always been fine with being alone.